would always help to know the background of the individual slightly better as well. So my grandfather, again another Gopala here, he was a villager in a small town in Palakkad, which is in Kerala, and he was an entrepreneur when throughout his career. So he ran a grocery shop uh, for almost about 30-35 years. And we are talking about running a grocery shop in a pre-independence and slightly a post-independence era where there was no telephones, no mobiles, nothing in terms of being able to communicate with anyone. The only possible medium was telegram at times, but that too, not the modern one, but the old one. That too, it required quite a bit of, I mean, it had quite a bit of a time lag. So as a grocery shop owner, every time there was to be a procurement or sourcing that had to be done, he had to travel across the country. So I remember him as, I mean, I unfortunately couldn't meet him because he passed away before I was born, but I know of him as an individual who used to speak at least 5 languages and was also able to um, travel to a lot of cities and states in India. uh, he had 5 sons, 3 daughters, and all of them decided for some reason to move to Mumbai to in pursuit of their careers. My dad was an accountant. He joined an automotive industry as a cashier and retired when the company closed down after 42 years as an accountant. And it's the generation three. That's me. I have been doing variety of things in the field of HR, and I think the pace at which we run today in the last 10 years, especially with digitization, Internet of Things, has meant that we have to really be on the run. So if you were to now go back again to Gopalayar the one, he would probably be someone who had a lot of skills, but predominantly in terms of any new skills, not that much, because the information age was not that deep. Um, the My father had a lot of uh, disruption in his career, and possibly the only disruption, the big disruption that they all went through, it was in 80s and 90s when computers came in, and the only worry all of them had at that point of time was would they lose the job to computers, because that's what was the fear everyone had at that point of time. We today are in not much of a difference, just that the disruptive events that used to happen in the past are a lot more frequent now, and which is why I think in the last 5 to 8 years we would have heard the term called VUCA. VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And the digitization of the entire workforce today presents enormous amount of challenges in terms of the roles that we do, the careers that we are in, and at times also puts a lot of questions as to what is the relevance of what we do today tomorrow. And I think if you were to think about what we have seen in the last 100 days in terms of COVID, um, no matter what we did, how much we were prepared as an organization, uh, a lot of industries are almost on the verge of being extinct. Example being hospitality, where they really need to pick themselves up to be able to find the new purpose, new meaning to serve their guests. Aviation is another one. And I think the more we think about impact of skills on careers, careers would evolve much more differently now in the next 10 years and 20 years than how it was with when my grandfather was doing being an entrepreneur, my dad was being an accountant, I am being an HR professional. And I think in the next 10 to 20 years, the amount of disruption that we will all go through will require us to be extremely connected with what's happening in the world, and would require a different level of skills. Now, if we were to think about growth in the olden ways of working, it was always vertical. Even in the last 10, 15 years, careers predominantly have been vertical growth, which means you start as in staff, you then go to senior, then you go to manager, and then go to senior manager, and so on, and become VP, MDs, and so on. But the bottom of pyramid, which is the amount of people who are ready to join at the bottom of pyramid of any organization, the numbers in the bottom of pyramid to that of the roles that are available is completely disproportionate, and it requires each one of us to really think about what do we need to do to be relevant, and how do we do not let go of our own careers to people who are younger than us, much more better skilled than us. And at times this means that you have to either go and take I mean, you are growing and then you have to take a plateau, which is the horizontal growth, and then again you go grow vertically, then again you grow horizontally, and at times you may also have to take a cut or a dip and then again grow, which is all called as S curve in our own careers perspective as well. If we don't do that, and if we don't keep upskilling ourselves and reskilling ourselves the way and at the pace at which we should be, probably it will be a challenge for folks